This is embarrassing. I forgot to turn on my mic for the first like few minutes that I filmed, but basically all I did was use the blue from my Makeup Forever Flash palette and like applied it all over my face, like no rhyme or reason because I'm going to be blending it out anyways, but basically just concentrating it in the contour regions, bringing it down to my neck because I'm going to be carrying the design down onto my neck and chest area. And yeah, just pretty much applying a good amount before I go in and blend it. Now I'm going in with a Morphe E50 brush, and I'm just using this to roughly blend out the paint. So around this area, I'm patting additional blue paint, and I'm focusing it in like the shadow areas, like not the, you know what I mean, like in the like the crevices around around my collarbones, so like this kind of. On top of the blue, I'm patting down the pink from the Makeup Forever Flash palette to make like a purpley color when blended outward. And again, I'm kind of concentrating it like a little bit in the contour regions, but I don't want it to be super clean, so I'm also doing it pretty patchy, like I'm putting some, my nose, in the middle of my forehead. It doesn't really matter, you can put it anywhere you want. For the next step, I'm using a Morphe E8 brush, and I'm going to be applying darker eyeshadows and pigments to the places where I want the galaxy to be like darker. So I'm not applying it everywhere, just kind of like unevenly, just like I did with the paint. So for this step, I'm using matte eyeshadows by Morphe and Sugar Pill. I'm also using NARS Out Reamer, which is this shadow right here, Kat Von D's Danzig, which is this shadow right here, and then ColourPop's Rex. Rex is so pretty, like look at this, like iridescence, so beautiful. So yeah, I'm just using this big fluffy brush. I already told you, I think it's a Morphe E8 brush. I'm really just like patting the eyeshadow over where I already applied the paint. Anywhere where you wanted the paint to be darker and it wasn't, you can use the eyeshadow to make it darker, just kind of like just unevenly all around everywhere. Just kind of make a mess with it. Nothing really, like the fun thing about this look is you don't have to be super precise about anything. You can just have fun with it. Now I'm just using the same eyeshadows and I'm applying it into my crease, and I'm also putting some on the lid and underneath my eye. Now I'm using the silver paint in the Makeup Forever Flash palette, and I'm just using this brush to kind of map out where I want like the lighter, more concentrated starry areas to be. So I'm using a smaller brush kind of to like draw out where I want that to be, and then I'm going to be going in with a slightly bigger brush to kind of like pat it out. So as you can see, I'm just using this brush to just sort of draw in the pattern as randomly as I can. Um, really trying not to make it like too much of a pattern, because if it comes across as a pattern, then it doesn't look like the galaxy. So now I'm patting around the silver paint using a Morphe E20 brush and NYX's Frostbite eyeshadow. This is just kind of adding a little bit of color to the silver, so it's not just plain silver, because this shadow is like an iridescent periwinkle blue color, and it also just kind of blends it in a little bit better. Alright, now real quick, I'm just going to fill in my brows using the same product that I always do, Anastasia Beverly Hills Dark Brown Dip Brow. Now I'm going to be going over the light parts again using Dose of Colors Frozen and Linka Care Cosmetics White Blue Pigment. So basically just any white or light blue pigment will work, but these are the two that I'm using. I'm just kind of dabbing them over wherever I put like the silver paint, and then just kind of blending them out, but I'm not blending them too much because I want them to be a little bit more concentrated. I'm applying gel liner to my waterline as well as my tight line. I don't think I'm going to do wings, but I probably am going to like smudge the liner out just a little bit, just to kind of deepen up the edges of my eye a little bit. I continue to kind of like smudge it out and pat it around into my eyeshadow just to like deepen that up and make it a little bit more uneven. I'm also applying this gel liner onto my lips. I'm using Danessa Myricks Daydreaming pigment to highlight my brow bone. I'm also going to use this pigment to highlight my inner corners. I'm also applying this pigment on top of the gel liner on my lips while it's still tacky. So now applying the stars using Mehron's white liquid paint. I'm using two different brushes, a tiny fluffy brush and also a liner brush, so that I can get varying sizes in the stars. I'm also trying to concentrate them in the lighter areas where I apply the light pigments, but I'm also putting some in the darker areas. I'm dusting some of the daydreaming pigment over top where I have like the most areas of concentrated stars. I just think this pigment is so beautiful, and it really I don't know, it just adds something to the brightness of the stars. It's pretty. So for the finishing touches to the whole look, I'm going to be applying Sugar Pill's Crystalline lashes. Let me just show you guys how beautiful these lashes are close up. They have rhinestones on them, so they just I feel like they go with the look because, you know, if you wear them to a party or if you're around people and you look down, it looks like you have little stars on your lashes. So I just feel like they go with this look really well, and yeah, so I'm gonna go apply these and curl my hair, and I'll be right back. Here is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to let me know what you think in the comments, and please subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys in my next video.